when it comes to the age of purchasing a gun, you shouldn't have to be 21 years old in order to protect yourself with a rifle. Hey everybody, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. Well, according to Politico, the White House says that by the end of the week, they expect to have President Trump's gun safety proposals out for everybody to know about. What's going to be in that proposal, nobody really knows. Congress is currently talking about Senator John Cornyn's bill, which would actually fix the background check system. For those who don't know, this would actually require different agencies to report to the National Instant Criminal Background Check system different things. If you go back to the Sutherland Springs shooter here in Texas, the Air Force never reported that that guy actually had a criminal record that would have prevented him from actually purchasing guns. So it's important that we close these different loopholes. It's important that we actually make sure that the systems that we have in place to make sure that dangerous criminals don't buy guns are actually working. Otherwise, we come up with new laws and we don't fix what actually needs to be fixed. Now, what else will be in there? Well, according to Politico, Sarah Sanders, the press secretary at the White House, reiterated on Tuesday that the president, quote, still supports raising the age limit to 21 to purchase certain firearms. The press secretary said Monday that the measure was still under consideration, that no final determination had been made on specific policy proposals. Okay, so the president not ruling out raising the age to 21 in order to purchase an AR-15 or other rifles. I am still absolutely against this idea of raising the age to 21 years old to purchase a rifle. I've seen some people comment that, today's 18-year-olds are, not as mature as 18-year-olds in the past. I don't know about that. Maybe there's some hard and fast data out there, but that doesn't matter. What we've seen in these school shootings, they're not a result of immature young people who have gone in and shot up either a school or a church. It's people who have mental issues. It is people who have issues in their past where they never should have been able to purchase a gun. It's issues like in this case in Florida, where the FBI was warned at least a couple of times about this shooter. That law enforcement, the Broward County Sheriff's Department, was warned numerous times about this shooter, and law enforcement, the government in general, failed to protect the students in Florida. It wasn't some immature 18-year-old who went out and purchased a rifle and didn't know what he was doing and shot at the school. That doesn't happen. These are disturbed individuals. These are people who have something wrong up here, and we need to get a handle on that. We need to talk about that. And I still go back to some different articles that I've read and I've talked about in different videos here on this channel about fatherlessness playing a part in this, and mental instability playing a role in this. It's not immaturity that plays a role in this. Plus, let's not forget that there are plenty of 18, 19, and 20-year-olds who are mature people who do live on their own, who have every right as adults in the United States to protect themselves under the U.S. Constitution and the Second Amendment. They have every right to protect themselves. Just because you're 19 years old doesn't mean that you don't have the right to protect yourself. The Second Amendment doesn't say this amendment does not apply to 18-year-olds. Doesn't say that in it. In fact, I would be in favor of allowing 18-year-olds to purchase handguns, which they currently cannot do. I think that if you live on your own, if you're an adult, you're 18, 19, 20 years old, if you pass a background check, if you go through if you go through all of that that you have to go through, then I have no problem with you owning a handgun if you're 18, 19, 20 years old. If you're 18, 19, 20 years old and you want to purchase a shotgun or an AR-15, I've got no problem with that at all. Think about, women who live on their own at 19, 20 years old, single moms who live out on their own with their child. Why should they not be able to protect themselves? I agree with House Speaker Paul Ryan when he spoke about this earlier in the day, where he he said that we should not restrict law-abiding citizens from purchasing and owning guns. I agree with him 100% on this. My hope is that President Trump will abandon this idea of raising the age to 21. I support the NRA on this. Paul Ryan and other Second Amendment fans and defenders who say do not raise the age to 21. It makes absolutely no sense, and it will not save any lives. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. Have a great day.